best dress sense, very difficult category. So I'm going to kind of switch on its head a little bit, and I'd say Ed Hunter for me. Any fancy dress opportunity, all out, 100%, first class outfits every time. Ed Hunter. Worst dress sense has got so many candidates over my 15 years or so playing, but a more recent one actually, Will Blackmore. I don't know what to say. Some of the shirts he comes out with, we do a shirt after match. Sometimes he must have an abundance of options there for him to choose. There's only one standout candidate, and that's got to be Nick Collett. Constantly moaning at me. Quite often it's in return to something I'm moaning about, but for me, the guy, constant moaning on and off the field as well in the bar. Obviously, if this was an over 40s category, obviously there'd only be one contender, but I think probably best looking overall, I think there's very little surprise to a lot of people. I'll go with Ollie Berman on that one. That's got to be Ed Hannum. Bag full of products, hairdryer on hand, yet without doubt, most time in front of the mirror will be Ed. I'll probably be Rob Varney. Hilarious, his takes on not just opposition players but his own team as well, so it's always really funny, just as long as it's not aimed at you, I think is probably the key thing there. The grumpiest player I've ever played with, hands down, without doubt. It took a Twickenham win to finally crack a smile on his face, but for me it's got to be Ridian Booth. Quickest player I've probably played with or seen would be Niall Beckett, with a big caveat there, the first time he played for us. Yeah, age catches up with all of us, maybe lost a yard or two of pace, but in his heyday, Niall was definitely the quickest player that I've played with. The best trainer I would say is probably Jake Dodd. He's gone on and played a higher level, and I think that's probably a credit to his work ethic. I would probably say that would be Andy Whitehall. For those members that remember him fondly, Guy, unfortunately, career finished rather abruptly with a torn bicep, I think it was. But Andy Whitehall had a brilliant ability, probably famous amongst the squad for his chip over the top of the last defender, collect the ball, always seemed to bounce into his hands no matter what speed he was running at. So it was always a piece of skill that all of us as players admired. So yeah, I'd say Andy Whitehall. Most intelligent, I would say, and this probably goes with you can't be clever and fashionable. I'll go back to Will Blackmore. The guy's intelligence, his brain is massive, seems to have stopped the rest of his body growing. So I'd say Will Blackmore, definitely. This I would actually probably say is me. I think Scrum Half touches the ball a lot. You rely on others to give you a good call, so I could think about this one. So I've had loads of dodgy calls in my time. You run the play off the back of someone else's call. It's not the right call. You look stupid. Everyone thinks that you've had your pants pulled down, but it's always someone else's fault. As any good nine will tell you, but probably, being honest, that's probably myself. I'd say in our team meetings that we have, the one always asking questions and getting clarifications on different specific ways to bind and to where to have his lifters and everything. Probably Nick Gerber would be my coach's pet, definitely. My standout memory, I've had loads of great memories. Would it be one of the many times I've crossed the whitewash? There's a few there. We've had strong winning records. I haven't lost at home for a long time, but the standout individual moment has to be the South Shield semi-final win to take us to Twickenham. Just incredible day, massive support from the community. The sidelines were absolutely packed. Game was tight, and we had to dig deep to win. And just that elation when you won and realised, what we were then going to go on to do was incredible. So, as we move to new ground, that's definitely going to be a really fond memory of Glasshouse Lane. Can't wait to get to new ground. So many elements that, I think we're all really excited about, from the 4G pitches, just the facilities within the clubhouse, the gym and other bits. But I think probably the thing that I'm most looking forward to is probably taking a shower and not getting electrocuted when I take it, which is something that glasshouse memory that I won't be cherishing going forward. So yeah, just really nice, warm, fully functioning showers would be fantastic.